This is a popular YouTuber named Jordy. Like many of us, Jordy's tired of being a working human and wants to automate his job. Here's what he says. Every time I wanted to take a holiday or needed some time for myself, I couldn't really do that because my entire business would stop. But then he realized the fatal flaw in the creator economy was humans. Wouldn't the world of human creators be so much better without the people part? Then they have this influencer marketing expert from UCLA weigh in. They say this presents an entirely new option for creators to essentially clone themselves and continue without worrying about aging, gaining weight, or otherwise evolving in any way that could alienate certain segments of their audience, says Leah Haberman. What a heartwarming message from a marketer. There's nothing more relatable to an audience than a creator who stays young and lean forever. I used to think that was me, but then I turned 30. Anyway, this YouTuber goes on to say, I want to take things to the next level, and that means making this brand live on forever. This is where some people lose their humanity. What I've always liked about YouTube is we get to evolve with the creator and see them grow as we grow. But I guess some creators want to stay in this never-ending Peter Pan state, like a creepy wax sculpture. That way the AI can pump out formulaic content until either we die or the sun explodes. I'm very confident that they, being the AI, can reproduce creativity, so much so that I'm willing to bet my entire business on it. So to prove his point, not only is this creator using AI on his main channel, but he made a new channel to show off what AI can do. Let's take a look.
These are the animal bikes. It's an animal and a bike mixed together. And it's my goal to upgrade all the way into the strongest form, the gorilla bike.
How do I say this while offending as little people as possible? What you just saw was content for two types of audiences: 7-year-olds and people with alcohol-related brain damage. And sure enough, based on these comments, Jordy's audience is not connecting with the new AI content. Anyone who loves homogenous content created by AI is basically a chatbot anyway. And there's nothing wrong with kids watching kids content. As a former child, I did it too. I even made a whole video about all the dumb internet content I used to watch back in the day. But the reason creators like PewDiePie have stayed popular for so long is because they're actual people who change. A creator may want to digitally exist forever, but their audience is not immortal. Young viewers will eventually move on because AI has no real way to accumulate life experience and grow emotionally the way real kids do. And no, machine learning is not a replacement for childhood. At a certain point, who's gonna watch all this endlessly generated AI content? Other AI? Maybe that's what's gonna happen, and AI creators will over time learn what AI audiences like. And then over thousands of years, all of AI will form a singularity that will finally give us the artistic masterpiece we've all been waiting for. Here's my understanding of how good comedy and storytelling works. Human creators live their life, they process life experiences, and out the other end comes out a unique point of view based on their own personal filter. For example, David Simon was a reporter at the Baltimore Sun for 12 years. Those years inspired The Wire, which takes place in Baltimore. Mike Judge was an engineer in Silicon Valley in the 80s. That experience inspired Office Space and the show Silicon Valley. The idea is no two people are identical, so they wouldn't have the exact same point of view. That's kind of what makes people interesting, in theory. You could train AI to watch The Sopranos, The Wire, True Detective, Breaking Bad, and a dash of CSI, but all it would produce in return is an unremarkable generic blob with nothing to say. That's not to say every human creator is original or authentic. In fact, many start out by mimicking other creators, and some never stop. But AI, the only option it has is to scrape what's already been made. AI never had a weird childhood that made it funny or interesting. AI can assemble words, images, and text together in impressive ways, but at the end of the day, it has no real perspective. What I'm trying to say is art generated by AI sucks ass and will always suck ass. And that's because 90% of human art sucks ass. So if we're training the AI on ass, what's going to come out the other side? Not to mention AI isn't self-aware yet. Our human brain can observe itself, which is one of the unique things about us. My dog, on the other hand, has no existential thoughts. All he wants is a pumpkin tree. Sadly, I can see how stale AI content will appeal to a subset of people. There are plenty of people that enjoy cliche derivative TV shows and comedy, and AI content is basically that, but without those annoying human actors. Maybe in a couple years, all content will just be procedurally generating in the background while we all sit around training new AI models. There are AI simps out there that'll tell you how AI content is not a soulless, uninspired nightmare, but those people have no real taste anyway and wouldn't notice if human creativity disappeared overnight. There's a reason the term NPC has become mainstream. A big chunk of the population is basically already AI. A long time ago, we were promised a world where machines would do the manual labor and humans get to make the art. Now it's starting to look like humans will do the grunt work and AI will make the art. But there still are some great creators on YouTube who have a fresh perspective or an interesting personality. There's even good TV shows with honest, flawed character development. But I'm afraid all this AI stuff is just the tip of the iceberg. There's already companies working on AI tools that will be used to generate entire TV show plot points, and AI is already being used to emulate conversations for popular streamers and OnlyFans creators. Maybe one day we can give AI an ego, make it as self-centered as us, and it would produce the next Sopranos. Until then, AI will keep making lifeless content for people with no will to live. Thanks for watching.